Good morning. Thank you for joining me. Happy Monday. Today is our Monday Mindset. It's a way to begin the week with hopefully some positive and loving focus rather than anything that is fear based. And I chose to use the Peace Oracle by Tony Salerno and Leela Williams today. And as I was shuffling, the Everlasting Life card came up, and it speaks of our life lessons. George Bernard Shaw's quote, "We are made wise not by the recollection of our past, but by responsibility for our future." And it speaks further of letting the wisdom of the past and the vision of the future be our guide for the way that we live. It's infusing love into all things. It's building on what you know. It's not how you learned, it's what you learned. And when we realize that what we learn often is about love, how we learn can feel very painful, tragic, traumatic, fearful. We can realize that that is how we learn. We learn by the disconnect. We learn when something doesn't work. If we're trying to cross a stream without getting wet and we get wet, we realize that we have not been successful, and we realize that the attempt that we made is probably not an effective one. And so we learn that we can try again. It doesn't mean that we are failures. It doesn't mean that the stream is uncrossable. It simply means that that was not an effective way in that moment. And by trying to cross that stream unsuccessfully over and over again, you learn the stream. You learn the shores. You learn yourself and your abilities, and you learn how far you can push yourself. You learn where you can grow and where there are things that perhaps they are not yours as skills. They are not yours to have to do, to worry about. And when you finally cross the stream, and then you cross the stream again, and then you cross the stream again, you become skilled and successful, and you become an expert. And you can teach those who now are just approaching that stream the best ways to cross. And what you are taking with you every single time is the love. You're realizing that it doesn't matter how many times you try and something doesn't work. You are learning to rely on your own guidance and experience to move through things. When we can love ourselves, when we can take the love, when we can honor our knowingness, we become skilled at everything that we do. And our eternal self grows. And as we look back on the past, we don't necessarily remember those lessons as tragic or traumatic. We realize the love of the learning. We realize that we can better connect with others. We realize that it is just part of the growth and the learning process, the evolution. When we know that we can ride a bike because we've tried over and over again, and suddenly we realize that no one's holding on to the back of the bike for us, we can feel so proud of ourselves, and we can love the journey, and we can love the learning of knowing how to balance ourselves, knowing how to balance our lives, so that we can more confidently move forward in all that we do. Look at your past. Look at what you've learned. The how you've learned was painful at the time, but the how you learned simply gave you more depth and more breadth to who you are. It gave you a greater understanding for others who may come behind you. And it gave you an understanding that there are more challenges ahead of you, but that you can get through anything. Love your past. Look for the love within your past. Take that love and use it as you project yourself into your future. But use the love and love yourself right now in this moment. Love is the only thing that is everlasting. Fear is but a moment, because once we face the fear, even if something unpleasant occurs, the fear part is gone. It's simply the action that we are dealing with. Love, on the other hand, is eternal. If you love, it can go with you through past, present, and into the future, and it can extend into eternity. Have a great Monday. Have a great rest of your week. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.